Today, we're going to talk about the amazing benefits of ginger and turmeric for longevity and overall health. I love these two foods, ginger and turmeric, and you can find them in the fresh produce section of a grocery store or a Asian market. You'll definitely find them, or you can go to the middle aisle of the grocery store and find them ground up and dried as spices. And so don't be afraid to actually wander into the middle aisle and go to the spice section to find ginger and turmeric. So let's talk a little bit about ginger and turmeric. Individually, first of all, turmeric actually comes from Southeast Asia. It is a tiny little root, kind of a nub, kind of cigar shape, but tiny smaller. And it's got a little skin on it, and you peel off the skin. Or if you break it in half, you'll see that it's bright orange on the inside. Now, this is an edible root that can be used for cooking and stewing. You often see this in Southeast Asian cuisine. You can also find it in Indian cuisine as well. And turmeric's actually been used for traditional healing, Ayurvedic healing, traditional medicines for thousands of years. I like to think about it as a colorful spice that you can actually use for cooking as well. And what's in turmeric is something called curcumin. Now, curcumin is a bioactive that does a lot of really powerful things. Curcumin lowers inflammation in your body. It's sort of the OG, one of the original anti-inflammatory substances. All right, that's what curcumin does. Anti-inflammatory curcumin also can cut off the blood supply, feeding cancer, so it's anti-angiogenic. This is something that I did work on years ago, and to help discover that activity, curcumin also, so is antioxidant, so it actually protects your DNA. Look, we all have DNA in our body. It's our genetic instructions. They make proteins. You don't want them to be damaged because when your DNA is damaged, it's called a mutation. What does mutation set you up for cancer? So protecting your DNA with an antioxidant property of curcumin found in turmeric is actually another benefit. The other thing that turmeric actually does is it slows down cellular aging now. This is different than actually reversing aging. Like you don't turn into a baby when you have it, but it actually gets your cells chilled out a little bit. So you're not as, your cells are not speeding up and going towards a more aged state, all right? So it slows down cellular aging, and in fact, it can actually help to slow down the burning down of your tear. These are actually the kind of like the fuses at the end of your DNA that burn down as we age. It slows that whole process down. So that's turmeric. All right, now what about ginger? Another root. Really amazing root. I love ginger. That you can actually find in the fresh market of the grocery store. You can find it dried in the spice market. If you go to an Asian grocery store, you'll actually see beautiful big chunks of ginger. They're sort of like almost like a cactus, a big centerpiece with lots of little arms sticking out. And ginger is something that's used in Asian cooking of all sorts. If you've actually been to the sushi bar, you know that ginger is sliced really thin and given as a pile next to your sushi. Absolutely delicious. Ginger also is used to flavor stir fries in Chinese cooking. Ginger is used in Thai food, Vietnamese food, used in soups. Just a beautiful, really delicate but potent type of flavor. Now, what's in ginger? Ginger has a bioactive called gingerol. Now, gingerol has been studied as anti-inflammatory. It is antioxidant. It also cuts off the blood supply to tumors. This is something I worked on as well, and ginger also can actually improve metabolism and help to lower lipids as well. And I want to give you a little pro tip on ginger because when I used to buy ginger, I used to take it back. You stick it on a cutting board and you got to take a knife, hopefully a small knife, and it's kind of like scrape off and trim off that thin skin layer. It took a while, all right. Then the skin was you don't want to cut too deeply into the ginger. But I actually found a tip that I'm sharing with you now. If you want to really peel ginger like a pro, here's what you do. Take a tablespoon, just one out of your spoon drawer, your silverware drawer. All right? And what you do is you hold the spoon in one hand with the curved side. Facing the ginger, you hold that ginger and you just scrape it with the spoon. Scrape, 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 scrape. Your spoon will take off that skin just at the skin level, and before it just takes like a few seconds, you've actually skinned the entire ginger without wasting it. Super easy. And it's a great pro tip for using ginger. All right, now, let's talk about the benefit of turmeric and ginger together when it comes to longevity and overall health. One of the things that this combination of turmeric and ginger that I think would be really good for is joint health. Now, obviously, as we get older, our joints suffer from wear and tear. You get inflammation, you get pain, osteoarthritis. And it turns out that ginger and turmeric, when you combine their anti-inflammatory properties together, can actually be a BAL for inflammation. Your body and what better tissue to actually aim at is to actually lower inflammation in your joints. Sure, you can take a pill, a non-steroidal, but actually taking turmeric and ginger, adding into your food, is a wonderful way to get some of this, all the bio-ives in to be able to help that vulnerability of aging, which is really joint pain and joint compromise, okay? The other thing that I think that turmeric and are great for, think about it, brain health now, when we actually are aging, one of the things that we really want to avoid is dulling of the brain cognitive deficits. You know, where's my keys now? I can't remember. What did you just say? What's my name? You want to avoid that. So it turns out that it's thought that inflammation plays a role. Brain inflammation plays a role. So both turmeric and ginger have these wonderful properties that can actually be anti-inflammatory in nature. The other thing that occurs, we think, is that oxidative stress in the brain is damages neurons, the nerves in your brain. And so the antioxidant properties of both ginger and turmeric are really, really great to be able to help as part of an overall lifestyle plan to be able to calm down your inflammation and oxidative stress in your brain as we age. So for better cognitive health, all right? The other thing is turmeric, and Junor, good for, is cardiovascular health. All right, now again, inflammation within your blood vessels, your arteries, that's a setup for atherosclerosis, which is a building up of crap on the lining. Okay, this is sort of lipids and other inflammatory proteins. It forms a crust on inside your blood vessels. When you hear about somebody having a heart attack with blockages, that's really because the crust that she formed, the gunk, has formed inside your blood vessel. And because of damaged blood vessels to that interlining, the endothelial ling of your blood vessels. So anything that's anti-inflammatory actually can help counter those effects of that can cause cardiovascular disease. That's the accumulation of gunk material, lipids, that caused by inflammation that can actually cause blockages, narrowing and blockages, whether it's in a heart, which sets you up for heart attack in the brain, sets you up for vascular dementia, as well as stroke, in your neck, the cord arteries, and in your legs, that because you can cause peripheral arterial disease. Now this is actually a silent kind of heart disease, except it's not in your heart, it's in your legs, and the gunk accumulates to the point where you actually can't even walk 100 feet before. Hey, just a quick note, I wanted to share another great resource with you. Look, I love eating seasonally. When foods are in season, they taste fresher, their flavors are better, and they have, more importantly, more bioac that help your body activate your health defenses. So they're better for you as well. And I put together a special guide that shows you some of these foods called 3 disease-fighting foods for the spring. Trust me. These are the foods that you're going to want to put in your cart the next time you're in the grocery store or when you're at the farmer's market. Get my guide for you right now for free in the caption below. Now let's get back to the video. Well, if your blood vessels are very narrow, so the muscles of your leg aren't getting enough oxygen, so you seize up and cramp. And this is actually when this actually happens, you could be walking down the parking lot just 100 feet. Then you got to stop and rest, all right? Your muscles need to completely stop their work, so they can actually load up again, get rid of the lactic acid, and get more oxygen, or walking in a shopping center or shopping mall. You just walk a few storage length and now you cramp up. That is actually peripheral arterial disease. So ginger and turmeric with their anti-inflammatory effects help to protect blood vessels. But the gingerol of ginger and the curcumin of turmeric also directly groom the health of the lining of the blood vessels, the endothelial cells, that inner lining, okay? And so they also directly help vascular health, the health of your blood vessels. You get better blood flow, better heart function, better blood flow, better brain function. And by the way, this also applies to your legs, applies to all your organs. It applies also to erectile function as well. You want good blood flow in every part of your body. So when it comes to you brain health, cardiovascular health, when it comes to joint health, turmeric and ginger are really, really useful foods to be used as part of the tool and the toolbox, the food as medicine. But every bit as importantly, I want to let you know that ginger and turmeric are great foods to cook with, whether they're dried form or they're in the fresh form. And look, if you don't know how to use these ingredients, it's so simple. Type in ginger and turmeric, go on to Google, hit search, recipe, hit search, punch up video, and watch somebody teach you some of the recipes that they love to make to create a tasty dish you created using the healthy ingredients of turmeric and ginger. I hope you found this helpful, and thank you for watching. Hi there. If you enjoyed watching this video, I know you'll love the next one. Stay here and check it out, and I'll see you there.